Hey guys, what's up? Basically, this is going to be 15 tips for Red Dead Redemption online. Boom. Let's get into the first one. Hey guys, tip number 1, always heal your allies. So, yeah, always do that, because it's $5 to $10 an ally during Call to Arms, and that's probably pretty useful. Tip number 2. Okay, that guy just bled out, so this is going to be a bad example. But when they're bleeding out during Call to Arms, you always want to kill them, because one of your teammates or allies might steal your kill, and 2, that doesn't mean they're dead, so that'll always add one guy. It doesn't seem like a big deal, because they're going to die eventually, but just a little something to look out for. Going to tip 3, basically, I prefer express bullets. The reason why is high velocity, yes, that gives you more range, and has more damage than the normal. But, as you can see, you have more range than regular. Wait, do you? Yeah, you have a little bit more range than regular revolvers on express. Plus, you know, it has more damage. So, I would always use express if I were you. But that's just my opinion or tip. Alright guys, moving on to number 4. In a Call to Arms or a place where you have no space and need to battle and get around quickly, always have a horse. So like say there are 2 guys up there, bang bang bang. Then, oh no, one of my teammates or allies needs to be revived. But there are people over there, bang bang, revive, right? So, I feel like a horse has always helped me during a Call to Arms, but you don't have to, like I said, this is just a tip. Alright guys, tip number 5. If you go into settings, go to general. Oh wait, no, it's not in general. I don't know, I think it's like display. Sorry for wasting your time. It's at weapon reticle. So I've seen some people just go with the dot where it doesn't have the circle, but for some weapons like cattleman revolvers, it's so different with the dot. Basically, that circle needs to line up with that dot to have good accuracy. So with the dot, you'll never know when you have good accuracy. You'll just have to wait for a certain amount of time when you can just see. So keep it on simple. Alright, moving on to tip number 6. Alrighty guys, tip number 6. This is sort of like an opinion thing. Whatever matches your sight. But I know that some people are struggling saying, oh, I can't really see normally. Basically what you're going to do, if you're on PlayStation, you're going to press the little bigger pad above the PlayStation button. Press it 2 times. See, you have more zoom. Personally, I don't really like this. I feel like it clogs up my screen. Plus, whenever you aim, it goes right back to the normal. See, right when I go into this, doesn't change a thing when you're aiming. But some people do like that, so I'm gonna leave it to them to decide. You all can try it out. And on to tip number 7. Hey guys, tip number 7. I personally like to destroy all the TNT like before waves start, or just before the whole Call to Arms start. Because you guys don't understand how many times I've died because of those things, whether it's been from allies, teammates, or enemies itself blowing those up. So, honestly, I like doing that, but if you use it as an advantage against the allies, you can completely use that. It's just, I like blowing them up. For arm tips, by the way, but we're gonna get over with that right after this tip. Bye. Alrighty guys, tip number 8, whenever you're going into a mission such as, example, or whatever, Call to Arms, Blood Money, or Legendary Bounties, or just even normal bounties, always carry a repeater and a shotgun, preferably, or like a rifle and a shotgun. You're always gonna want to have these two on you, like when you're off your horse and you can't equip any from the saddle. Never just bring revolvers. Even when you're entering hideouts, these things will be helpful. Alright, moving on to tip number 9. Tip number 9. Basically, always have a posse or teammates for bigger missions such as Call to Arms, Legendary Bounties, or whatever. Even normal missions where you're gonna have to get into a big shootout, I'd always recommend at least one guy with you. Like right now, I have 2 people with me. These are randomized when you're doing a story mission or legendary, well, not during a legendary bounty, or during Call to Arms. You have a chance of getting paired up with random people, but I always prefer to have a posse you can communicate with verbally, so it could be easier to win. Alright guys, moving on to tip number 10. Hey guys, back with tip number 10. Alright, here's this one. Again, it's sort of like a what you choose. If you're gonna use a bow as a stealth weapon, hear me out. If you're gonna primarily use a bow for a stealth weapon, never hunt with it really. Well, you're gonna hunt with it eventually. I would personally get, for missions and stealth, I would get an improved bow. Here's the deal with it. Its range is amazing. Its damage, I'm pretty sure, is a little bit lower than a normal bow. But honestly, it doesn't matter when you're gonna have the when you're gonna have the perfect aim and accuracy and range with this thing. But you know, get a bow too, because you're gonna need that for hunting. And the deal is with the bow, can be used as a stealth weapon or just a normal weapon, whatever you choose. But it's sort of like that reverse, because the bow, normal bow, is primarily used for hunting. This is primarily used for stealth missions or killing, whatever. So basically this could be used for hunting like the normal bow could be used for killing, if that makes sense. But this could be used for hunting, it'll just probably ruin your pelts more, and this could be used for killing. Alright guys, moving on to tip number 11. Alrighty people, back to tip number 11. I don't know why I'm saying back, it's just the first tip, number 11. So basically, I'm gonna put this on no variant. On your components, if you go to barrel, length, see, it says short. Now, if a person was just getting the Schofield and wanted to change it to short, it changes the accuracy, but an experienced player with the Schofield that uses it pretty frequently, and you had a short barrel on here for a cooler design, or if you just personally like it more, whatever, it's not going to affect that because it's already been maxed out. Like, if I changed it to my short barrel right now, it's not going to change my accuracy or anything. But if, hold on, let me just change this real quick. But if we go on to something like, I think that we can change the, yeah, I'll clean it. Ain't no trace of rust on that variant. No variant. Basically, if we go into this barrel, oh no. Hold on guys, let me find a gun that, oh yeah, like a cattleman. Say for instance, go to components, barrel, length, short barrel, see, it'll add on accuracy. But if I was experienced and used this gun all the time, it would bump it back up, so nothing would really change. that's just sort of something to look out for when you're changing it to short and trying to make it your new main weapon. Alright, going on to tip number 12. Okay guys, tip number 12. Basically, anytime you're about to enter a Call to Arms, Legendary Bounty, or Blood Money Mission, Opportunity, or just really anything where you're going to end up in a shootout, I would get tonics, provisions, everything that has you set. Like healthcare, for instance. I'm out of healthcare. Always get these sort of things. Even like stuff like, here, let me show you. Even, hold on. This video is so scuffed. Even stuff like salt, like canned goods, fresh goods. Heck, who knows? I might need canned corned beef during the middle of Call to Arms. I don't know. So there it is. And moving on to tip number 13. Also, you can buy these things from your handheld catalog, and they'll show up at your camp lockbox thing. Alright guys, that's it. Moving on to tip number 13. Alright guys, tip number 13. So, if you're a trader and you think you can donate something to Crips, let me just get over here. Like, say for meat or stuff, but you can't. Okay, so first thing you're gonna want to do, go over to your campfire or campfire anywhere. Go to Craft and Cook. Check if you can use that meat anywhere, or that type of material, meat, whatever. And if you don't have anything you can craft and cook with, you can go over here, go to recipes. Look, like I have big game meat to cook superior quality stew. Or you can sell your stuff to the butcher if Crips doesn't need it, or you don't have enough recipe stuff, or you can't craft or cook it. If it's possible, anyway. Alright guys, next tip, number 14. Alright guys, tip number 14. While you're here, say if I had no materials, but I didn't have any supplies either. This is just an example, it doesn't happen now. Basically, I'd take that chance to get a lot of materials because Crips is not using them to create goods, so basically, like, he's not eating these things while you just keep running back and giving to him, running back and giving to him. So basically, you can just hunt for an hour where he doesn't have any. And then, you know, you'd be set because you just have all those. Then you can order supplies or do the resupply missions. Alright guys, last tip, number 15. See ya. Alright guys, tip number 15. Alright, basically, so when you have enough goods to go sell, you want to go do local delivery local delivery missions. Because these two, if you do 2 of these, it gives you the same amount of XP than the distant value. So basically 2 of these, like riding distance, equal to this. And I know what you're saying, oh, but it's still the same time to get all the materials. Well, still, it's just so much easier because it gives you less time when you're riding, if that makes sense. Plus you're getting the same amount of XP, and yeah, it's just better. You're wasting more time if you do distant delivery. But don't get me wrong, if you're on a budget and need this, you know, you can do the distant delivery, but you have more of a chance of getting robbed and griefed and sabotaged. So I'd suggest, you know, that. Alright guys, this has been a wonderful video. So I'd like to thank you all for supporting, getting me close to 75 subs, 100 subs special soon, and comment, like, do whatever to give me feedback on if you want more Red Dead tutorials or just normal tip videos. And thank you guys. I will see you next time. Bye.